All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our class.
Good morning.
And first of all, before we start the class, I am going to let you know some very important information that you need to know. And the first thing is that, well, I am having trouble or difficulty getting the work that you are going at doing. I'm sorry, at home. Some people didn't send me anything on Saturday or on Sunday. Some people send me parts of the work. Some people,
I send you the pictures, Mister,
yeah,
Me too.
of
how
grammar and phonics.
exactly. But some people, you didn't send me health. You didn't help send me reading and some the other classes. I'm okay with that. Okay, listen. I don't really want you. I don't really want you to work a lot. I don't want to have you working a lot, like in a if we are in an actual classroom because we're not. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is that if you guys, we are going to be working with the books, right? So I'm not gonna have you working in the notebooks because some people
Mr. Lado.
are complaining about the amount of work that we are sending to you. So we are going to be working using the books and also the only classes, of course, that you will need to copy, those are going to be spelling because you need to copy in spelling, and science because you need to copy in science, and health because you need to copy in health because those books are rented and you definitely have to copy.
Mister,
There's
we don't
no a
have
different way to
documents.
do that, okay? But for grammar,
Phonics.
for phonics, for reading, I don't know if I am forgetting something. We are going to be working here, okay, during the class, and you will have your book handy so you can work. And I'm not gonna assign anything you do, after this meeting. We are going to be working like that. Also, guys, I am preparing some online tests or exams that you're going to be taking next week. So that is why it's very important for you guys to attend the meetings. If you don't attend the meetings, you can go ahead and watch the video on YouTube later on, okay? So you know what we are discussing in each meeting or in each class. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be like a very hard exam to take, but it's gonna be an online assessment that you will have to take for every single one of my class. Okay, that being said, guys, we are going to start with reading. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen right now. Please mute your mics if you are not using them, so we don't have to listen to the background noise. Okay, let me see. Okay, we are going to start with lesson 21 with the target vocabulary. All right. And we have 5 words as usual. Abrupt, blurted, eventually, jeopardy, and spiteful. Okay. I'm going to have a volunteer. Remember, we are going to be using the app the way I taught you on Friday. If you want to read or participate, don't say me, but raise your hand and I am going to call on you. Okay. So I'm going to have a volunteer reading the first word, the definition. Nobody? You can raise your hand.
20 qué?
Okay, I'm gonna call on someone then because I
Me,
don't.
Mister.
Oh yes, I see your.
Raising the hand.
Okay, go ahead, Emilio.
Abroad. Something that abrupt takes place without any warning. There was an abrupt change in the weather.
Okay, thank you very much. So something abrupt takes place without any warning. It happens, all of a sudden, and it's something that you are not expecting. And the example is very clear. There was an abrupt change in the weather. Why? Because probably it was very, very hot, and all of a sudden, it started raining, or a hurricane just came in. That is an abrupt change. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Someone else to read blurted. Harold, go ahead.
If a person blurs something, he or she spoke suddenly without thinking.
Absolutely.
Sam,
Yeah,
Sama blurred
No quiero que estés comiendo y viendo teléfono y tocando teléfono, ¿oíste?
go
out
ahead.
an answer without even thinking about it.
Thank you. Once again, guys, I'm gonna ask you to mute your mic so we don't have to hear what is going on in your house, okay? Yeah, blurted. If a person, if you blurt or if you blurted something out, that means that you suddenly said something without thinking. Okay, for example, sometimes when we are angry, when we are mad, um, we say something without even thinking about it, right? Which sometimes may hurt someone else when saying that. An example, Jamal blurted out an answer without even thinking about it. An example, I would say, Diego blurted out that he didn't want to work with Fernando because he didn't like him. That is just an example.
Ajá.
Okay. Eventually, who wants to read eventually? Okay. Diego, go ahead.
Eventually, if something will happen eventually, it will take place sometime in the future.
Example?
Example, the coach is sure that the team will eventually start to win.
Exactly. So eventually, when you use the word eventually, you are talking about something that will happen in the future, especially or mostly as a result of something else. I may say, for example, um, the sixth grade students are studying a lot. Eventually, they will become the best students in the whole school, right? Okay, go ahead and move this. All right. And the next word is jeopardy. Who wants to go ahead and read the word jeopardy?
Mr.
Mr. Emil raised a hand like 10 times and no one paid attention.
Yes.
I don't see Emil's hand right here. Unless he is raising his hand, you know, for real. But I don't see. Raise your hand, Emil.
We don't see because of the camera, mister.
Yes, my camera is
No,
really
No,
dumb.
no, no.
in
Remember,
Zoom.
that's what I'm saying. Probably he is raising here his hand literally, and we're not doing that,
Okay,
Emil. There is
because
a
he's dumb.
no. Don't say that, Fernando, please. I'm gonna teach you later on, okay? But go ahead and read Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Someone who is in jeopardy is in danger.
Example.
Firefight, but they live
Courage.
in jeopardy. Whenever they rush into a burning building.
Okay. Whenever we are in jeopardy, it's because we are in danger or in risk. Um, this word may not be only used like in when we are talking about something physical, but when we are talking about something abstract
La,
as
la,
well.
la,
For
la.
example, if I have a friend, I'm sorry, a friendship with you guys, our friendship can be in jeopardy. Probably our relationship is going through a very difficult moment, and our relationship is in jeopardy, in risk, in danger. Okay. All right. And spiteful. Who wants to read spiteful?
Y,
All right. Diego.
Someone who feels spiteful may want to say or do something that will hurt someone else.
Example.
Example, it is spiteful of her to spread untrue gossip about Jody.
Judy, thank you very much. Okay, when you feel spiteful, right, you are probably, feeling angry about something that happened. So in that case, you probably will say or do something that will hurt someone else. Like, let's say, for example, that you are talking wrong stuff about a classmate because you don't like that person, or you got into a fight, or you had a problem with that person, and so you start like gossiping and saying wrong things about that person. You are That is spiteful of you, okay? Because you are doing that on purpose. You are doing that because you want to hurt someone else, okay? That is spiteful. Okay, that being said, guys, we are going to work on pages 202 and 203, right? I do not have the page 202. So for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and ask someone to read number 1. All right.
No, yo
Raise your
don't
hands,
read.
please.
Mister, I have it.
Mister, I have it.
Raise your hand through the app. Okay, Harold.
Mhm. Friendship. That nuclear piece is weird. I don't know that word. Weird. Lucy blurred to her friend Mara. She had forgotten that Mara was Beth's cousin. Think of a time you blurt out something and then feel bad about it. Tell what happened.
Okay, and the question is,
Yeah, I already read.
can you please read the question again?
Think of time you blurt out something and then felt bad about it.
Okay,
Tell what happened.
that is very personal. You have to think about something that you blurted out uh, sometime, I don't know, someday, because you were probably very angry or very sad, very mad, I don't know. And think about something that you blurted out and then you felt sorry about it, and write it down in your book, okay? You don't have to tell me what you're writing. So uh, just do it and let me know when you're finished so we can move to the next one. Raise your hand if you're finished, please. Very good, Fernando. Very good, Diego. Very good. Well, just Fernando, Diego, Harold. Very good, Harold. Very good, Luis. Okay, the rest of the people. Very good, Loani.
Mister,
Yes.
I finish.
Yeah,
Raise your hand.
you just have to raise your hand using
I
your
am
app.
racing. Yeah, I
Uh,
am racing.
No, but
In the app.
yeah, hold on. Let me stop sharing. Okay, Emil. When I ask you to raise your hand, I don't mean that you are going to do this because I can see you. When I am sharing my screen, I can see you. So there is an option in the app that you can use to raise your hand. I'm gonna teach you how to do it later on. Okay.
And read the thumb.
Okay. Number 2. Who wants to read number 2? Who's listening to that?
I don't know.
Okay, Diego, go ahead and read number 2.
Emil, Mister.
Mara suddenly stopped talking to Lucy. Lucy did not understand Mara's abrupt behavior. Write an antonym for the word abrupt.
An antonym.
Mhm.
What would be an antonym
Disapprove.
of the word abrupt? So abrupt is something that happens all of a sudden, right? And remember, it's It's like a very, it's a noticeable change, right? It's like when something changes from cold to hot. So what will be an antonym for abrupt?
Me, mister, I'm raising the hand.
Ah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Plant. Like if you plant something and you start making it.
Mm, mm, well, actually, abrupt is a noun, so a synonym would be a noun as well. So in this case, instead of abrupt, which is something that, that is going to happen all of a sudden, we can say that an antonym is smooth. You know, smooth like something soft. Okay, or gradual. Gradual because it's something that
Criminal.
it follow a process.
Unhurried.
So you
And
can
polite.
Unhurried.
And polite. Mister, like my that
polite
Unhurried.
as well.
smooth
Okay,
criminal.
you can write the words gradual and smooth.
Unhurried.
Polite.
Mhm. Well, polite, the thing with polite is when we use polite, we are talking about someone's personality probably. And
Unhurried.
abrupt, we may be talking about something else, not necessarily about a person, okay? All right, number
Okay.
3. Who wants to read number 3? Lauren, go ahead.
Lucy could tell her friendship with Mara was in jeopardy. If the girls could not work out their difference, their friendship was in danger of ending. Why is Lucy and Mara's friendship in
Actual.
jeopardy?
Actual.
Who wants to tell me why?
Because they can stop being friends.
They apparently they are, probably they got into a fight and their friendship uh, can come to an end because of this fight they got into or because of these problems that they are facing. You can write like, um, they are facing problems. Their friendship to an end. All right. Okay. I need someone to read number 4.
What put in that?
Number 4 is page 203. Who wants to go ahead and read? Okay, Lauren, go ahead because you're the only one who's raising your hand.
Lucy could not remember doing anything spiteful to Mara. Lucy has not said anything on purpose to hurt Mara or make her angry. Describe
Mhm.
a time someone did something spiteful to you.
Okay, this is personal as well. You will have to describe something that someone did to you, something spiteful that someone did to you. Like spreading a rumor, doing, doing something bad for you. Go ahead and write it down over there and raise your hand when you're finished so we can move to number 5. Okay, very good, Emil.
Finish, mister.
Very good, Lauren. Very good, Harold. I said raise your hand when you're finished so I can see that you are actually
I
finished, okay?
can
Very good,
see
Loani.
you,
Very good, Harold.
hombre.
All right.
¡Te asusté!
We speak in Spanish.
No,
All right, number 5. Who wants to read number 5? Harold, go ahead.
no.
Eventually, Lucy asked Mara why she was angry. When Lucy realized what she had done, she felt terrible. If you are not nice to a friend, what might eventually happen to the friendship?
Thank you very much. So the question is, if you are not nice to a friend, what might eventually happen to the friendship?
Destroy
It
the
will be
friendship.
destroyed. It will come to an end. Okay.
It will it
It'll
will be your party.
it'll be in jeopardy, of course, and after being in jeopardy, it'll come to an end. So you can write that the friendship may end. All right.
Who is listen that, mister?
I don't know.
Fernando,
I have many
Fernando.
different people. They don't have their mics on mute. I don't know who's
Wait,
listening to that.
wait, mister. Wait, mister.
Fernando.
All right, let me start sharing my screen again.
Mm,
Look.
oh, hello, Addison.
Okay, you ready, guys?
Yes.
We are going to start reading the story Everyone's Favorite Music by Mia Lewis. We are going to try to do it very quickly because we may run out of time if we don't do so. So I'm gonna ask for a volunteer to start reading the first page. Emil, go ahead.
Me.
Okay. Everyone's favorite music. Jacob and Julie Santiago live in a neighborhood with people of all different races and nationalities. People spoke English, but you could also hear Chinese, Portuguese, Russians, Congolese, Latins, and more than the king of Spanish. Every summer the neighbor has a big party. There are always lots of food, fun, and music. Neighbor took turns. Eh? Eh, yes. Hosted the party this summer was the Santiago family turns. July was accepting his mom put him in a share of the music. Last year, the Kovacs hosted the party. Jay had planned the music with July help, of course. Jay and July had been best friends since they were in preschool. Now they were in same sixth grade class and still best friends. July and a new friend named Ellie Jones. July was planning to ask Ellie to help with the music too. The question, Mister.
No, hold on. I just want to point out the names of the characters. Kovacs, Jay, Julio, Eli. Okay, Eli
Mhm.
Jones. Now go ahead and read
Eli
the
Jones.
question, Emil.
Uh, how is the pre- how is the preparative for this year?
Preparation.
Preparation.
How is the preparation for this year party
Preparation.
Porridge.
different from last year?
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. How is the preparation for this year's party different from last year? Who wants to tell me?
Um, preparation for this year party.
Who wants to tell me? All right, nobody. Who is preparing? Yeah.
The family of
They are hosting the
the
party.
Kovacs
Mm-hmm.
are
And the
making the party.
Kovacs are hosting the party, and what else?
And they have planned the
No,
music with Yula.
hold on. Last year the Kovacs hosted the party, but this year, which family is hosting the party?
This year,
Santiago family.
Eli.
Okay, let me go ahead and write that for you over there.
Vuelve conmigo al finalizar tu cometido suerte. Cállate. Que esto es el traje oscuro, loco. Que esto está guapísimo. Que esa...
Please mute your mics.
Mr. Who hosts today the
Mm-hmm. This year, Julius' family is hosting the party.
Pensaba que esto iba a ser un boss o algo. Y...
So I don't know if you had the time to wrote that, to copy that. You didn't. Well, you,
wait, Mr. Wait,
Ahora es quitamos esto, ¿eh? Estoy flipando. Estoy flipando. ¿Cómo lo cojo esto, chavales? ¿Cómo lo equipo? Lo rompo. 30 TNT. Uy, está Lazy conectado.
I think limited.
okay.
who is Ruben, Mr.
Darle un aviso falso de policía, ¿vale?
Huh?
Who is Ruben?
And I don't know. I think it's Fernando.
Fernando.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Jay
So,
is my audio.
last year the Kovacs, mute your mics, please, or stop watching. I will ask you guys to focus on the class because if you are, watching YouTube videos, following YouTubers or doing something else, you're not going to be paying attention because nobody is able to do so. We focus on what we are doing, or you just don't join the class and you better watch the video later on. Okay. And next page.
I raise a hand, Mr.
Okay, go ahead. I don't see that you are actually, but
Yes,
go ahead and do it.
Mr. Santiago was concerned about the boys' choice of music. The music is supposed to entertain people. She reminded them it should make them sing and dance. The music is for everyone. Don't worry, Mommy, said Julio. This party is going to be the best ever. The three of us will have fun working together. Right, Jay? Right, Ellie? Right, said Ellie. I know that hottest hits. Leave it to me, Mr. Santiago. Jay said he didn't think it would be fun working with Ellie. Ellie didn't even live in the neighborhood. Mr. Santiago could ease Jay's concern. She worried that three boys might be one too many for this project. She hoped Julio's friendship with Jay wasn't in jeopardy.
Okay, the word is Jeopardy, and once again, the name of the character is Eli, okay? Okay, the question on the bottom, Emilio.
How does July
Julio.
Julio feel about the three boys working together? How does Jay feel?
Okay, thank you. Who wants to give me an answer or an idea?
Julio feel excited and Jay feel like worried.
Julia feels excited, of course, and Jay is worried about working with Eli. Very good, Lauren. Outstanding answer. Okay, let me go ahead and type that answer in the chat for you. I think it's better. Hold on. Julio is.
¿Por qué no llevan la toalla? Anda a buscarla y te tenés casco, mojada.
Hold on. For some reason I can type in. Oh, yeah. Julio is excited. Jay is worried about working with Eli. Okay, guys, we are running out of time. Well, I think we can continue on the other one. Okay, that's the answer for the second page. Julio is excited. Jay is worried about working with Eli. Okay. So let me have someone else reading the last page before I. Hold on. I'm last here. Yeah. And who wants to read the next one?
Wait, my turn.
It's in the chat, Emil.
Yes.
All right. I don't see anybody. Okay, Diego, go ahead. No, hold on, Diego. Adelson, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's have Latin music because it's best for dancing, announced Julio. The three began planning Latin music is great. A great day that loved that music from last year party and let's include some
R&B favorite.
favorite for our parents. Are you guys kidding? Ask Eli.
Eli.
We don't want that whole
Stuff.
We got to play what hot the
Hip hop.
song from the top of the chart. Who asked you? Brought out Jay. Our neighbor don't like that kind of music. Jay was not a spiteful person, but he didn't like Elise. I know best attitude. It bothered him that Julio was letting Elise have a say in their party. He whispered in it were just him and Julio planning the music like last year.
Thank you very much. Okay, the question is. Go ahead and read the question, please.
When Jay blurted out who asked you what feeling prompted his comment.
Okay, so the question, when Jay blurted out, who asked you, what feelings prompted his comment? In other words, what made him speak like that? Why did he blurt out that? What happens here in this part of the story? Who wants to tell me? What happens between Jay and Eli? Jay doesn't like Eli, right?
Yes.
He doesn't like Eli given his opinion about the music, okay? So what else can we add? He probably feels that Eli isn't qualified to pick the music. So we're gonna go ahead and write that. He feels Eli is not qualified to pick the music. Okay. The answer is in the chat. Please go ahead and copy it. We only have, let me see, exactly 1 more minute to finish up. We're not going to be able to finish the whole lesson for some reason. Well, is that I didn't prepare like a PowerPoint presentation like the last time, and it obviously took me more time. However, we are going to, I know I just put one class in the whole week, but we are going to have another one in the place of phonics, for example, or something. I don't know. So right now I'm going to, did you guys copy the answer?
No.
Okay, because I am going to stop sharing, and I'm gonna have to disconnect the meeting. I'm gonna have to end up the meeting because I am running out of time. I have less than 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording right